Your body is unique, and your waist bead should be too. Let's talk about how custom waist beads can help you embrace your shape with confidence. Welcome to Beauty and Balance Jewelry, y'all. My name is Alicia, and in this video, y'all, we're going to talk about waist beads. We're going to talk about the beauty of waist beads, finding the perfect fit, choosing the right beads for you, and how to style with confidence. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the history of waist beads. Well, number one, waist beads, they date back to like ancient times, ancient civilizations, and people wore them as symbols of femininity. They wore them as symbols of sensuality, to show off your cultural significance and things like that. So they have a lot of ancient origins. Waist beads are believed to have originated in ancient Egypt, where they were worn by women as like girdles and as status symbols. In West Africa, the Yoruba tribes, they popularized waist beads as symbols of the femininity and cultural identity. So they, just really are worn just as a sign of beauty. They have been in the past, a sign of beauty, and then people in different groups, attached other different type of symbolisms as well. Some people use them as a sign of marriageability, like if you have a certain color type of waist beads, it was a sign that you are available to be married. Some women use them as a sign of purity. So they wore them as a sign of purity. So like only the chosen partner was allowed to see them. And that's what you hear a lot about these days, especially the controversy of being able to show your waist beads off versus hiding them. I hear that a lot of back and forth about some people saying, you shouldn't show them, or some people just choose to honor that and that whole purity thing. And my partner is the only one, they choose the colors and they're the only one who's allowed to see them. So it's a fun little thing that you could do, or intimacy thing that you can do with your partner. So I really like that. And then I know the whole concept of people loving their beads and using them as a sign of beauty, so they show them off. They use them as a sign of being grounded and just showing their femininity. So they wear a lot of crop tops, or they're really not afraid to show them off. So you see that contrast a lot. Now, these days, a lot of women use them as a way to gauge their weight. Now, I know like back in the day, ancient civilizations, back in Africa, you would hear about how some tribes would put the waist beads on the baby girl, and then she would wear waist beads all the way up, and it would help accentuate her waist. So like every year she would get like a new beads tied to fit, and she would wear it all year type thing. So now I notice a lot of women, they are that I know, and a lot of my people who have hit me up for waist beads, they want them for the weight loss. At first, I remember when I first started, like when I was trying to market them, I was saying they were for weight loss, but I always will reiterate that they're not magic beads. It's not like you tie them on and you lose weight, but as it is a tool to help you in your weight loss or gain journey, because once you tie them on, you're able to use the beads as your scale versus having to get on the scale. So it helps you stay focused on your journey, and it helps you to remember to drink the water or to choose better when you're eating food. So it helps you, make a better choice, because you don't want your beads to pop. Okay. So I noticed that it's a really good weight measure tool. So that's a modern use, and I love that use. And spiritually, a lot of women today like to use the waist beads to help them stay grounded and to help them stay focused on their goals. So like being able to set intentions with your beads, like once you tie your beads on, you set a specific intention on for yourself in your life, and then you use the beads to kind of help you stay focused on that intention. So you set an intention. It's a new goal that you have. You tie on your new beads once you decide to start that new goal, and you use the beads to help you work towards the goal. So it's not like you tie the beads on and then you just magically let things will just happen. I mean, but you put in the work, you would do the action. You get up every morning, you see your beads, you remember, oh, these the white ones. This is for me to remember to read my affirmation every morning. And so whatever you tie it to, it's just to really help you remember to do it so that you can, level up in your life. And another thing I've noticed, and another way that I like, is using them as a reward system. So like once you did meet a goal, you reward yourself with a new waist bead. So I like that as well. So it's a lot of different ways you can. Okay, guys. So finding the perfect fit for your waist beads is important. It is so important, y'all. As a maker, it's important to make sure that you are, making your waist beads, and actually, as a person who's wearing them, it's important that you measure correctly so that your maker can make your waist beads, because we do not want to mess up your waist beads. We want them to be perfect. So knowing how to measure is so important. So let me give you guys some measuring tips and just kind of give you a quick measuring tutorial. So if you're at home and you need to learn how to measure, I used to think that, it was like something that everybody knew how to do, and then I realized that it's not, and I even kind of struggle with it myself to get it accurate. So first thing, you want to know where you want your waist beads to fit. If you are a new waist bead wearer, let me adjust my camera. If you are a new waist bead wearer, then I always suggest that you get it tied at your high waist, which is above your belly button. Like for me, because I'm a plus size girly, my belly button's here, so I would want to measure at my high waist. And so let's do that, and I'll tell you a little bit more after. So I have my measuring tape. This is a 60-inch measuring tape. You can get this on Amazon, Walmart, I think Walmart, but just be sure that you get the 60 and nothing smaller. So 1 foot, I think that's 60 inches if my math is correct. So you want to find the one, and then just kind of place it in the front and right here, because wherever you want it. So you want to do your high waist. Now when you measure, you get your beads, you tie them on. They're going to drop a few millimeters or something. They're going to drop. After you get comfortable, they'll get into a comfortable spot and drop. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So you want to just get the measuring tape around you, put the one wherever the one is. You just want to make sure that wherever it closes, it meets, or wherever it meets at the one. So for me, it looked like it was a 42. So here's my number one. Bringing it around, pull it a little tight, and it's at 42 inches for my high waist. And if I do it really tight and like tight, right, it's like 41 and a half. But you want to be able to get 2 fingers under there. You don't want it so tight. You want a cozy fit, but not too tight. So be able to get a finger or 2 under there like that, and then that'll give you. So if you newcomers, I suggest do high waist. Now sometimes you may be a newcomer, or you may not be, and you don't want them to sit this high, or you want the layered look, and you want to have different sizes, which I love that look. So you want to know how to measure there. Now, so the top one would be here at your high waist. Then you may want one that sits a little lower right up under it. So you go a little bit. So down here for me, it's with it being a little tight, making sure it's a little bit lower. So let me just go like right at my belly button. So a little bit lower than my high waist. It's a 44. I'm going to say a 43 and a half. So it's a little bit lower. It's not all the way up here under my breast. It's a little bit lower for another. So I would have like one would be a 42. Then it would be like a 43 and a half. And then I want one low. I do have a plus size edition on how to measure. You can check that out in my YouTube. I'll try to remember to link it. So if I have one really low down here, it's going to be like a 49 inch. So if you want a layered look, you have to measure and just make sure that you have the one meets wherever the tape stops at for your size, and that's your size. And then just always make sure you're able to get a finger or two under there so it's not too tight. So yes. Now you can also choose different type of strings and different type of finishes. For example, you can get a waist bead made with elastic string, or I call it stretch cord. It's stretchy. And you can also get one made with a nylon string, like this one, which the knot, it should have a slip knot on the end of this. Look like the slip knot came out, but you can use this type of string as well for the permanent waist beads. Now when you get this type of string right here, this nylon string, once you tie it on, it's on there for good. It's permanent until you cut it off or you lose enough weight and it just falls off. And both can happen, you know. So this is a permanent option. This is the string that I always recommend if you're on using the waist beads to help with your weight loss or gain, because there's no give with this. And you can use the stretch cord with for gauging your weight. It's just that every couple months you may want to get them retighted and refitted, because you know, with if you wear them in the shower or in water, or just, you know, overall wear, not tear, but overall wear, they could stretch out a little bit and not really be an accurate fit. So you can still use stretch cord, just get them refitted every now and then. You can learn how to do them. I have a YouTube video for that as well. I need to redo that video because it's old, but it still you can still use it to help you retighten your waist beads. You can also get them made with a clasp. So you may, like these were, let me go back. So these would be your tie on. So when you get these, you would tie them on using a surgeon's knot. That's my suggestion. But whatever you do, you would tie them on. And with the stretchy ones, you tie them on, but you're still able to take them off once you tie them on, but if you want to. But with the nylon, once you tie these on, they're on permanently, like I said. And if you don't like the tie-on option, or it doesn't fit your lifestyle, then you can get a clasp added to your waist bead. And you can get a clasp added. This is when it's important to measure. It's just very important to measure if you get a clasp added, because we want to make your waist bead fit customly to however you want your waist bead to fit. So you get a clasp added and you just put it on. Let me show you guys how I put this on. I don't know if it's going to fit, but we're going to see. I don't think this is gonna fit, y'all. So let's yeah, it ain't gonna fit. It's not gonna fit. We ain't gonna do that. Anyway, you can get a clasp added to your waist bead for easy take on and off. You can get the clasp added on a stretchy one. This is made with one stretch cord. You can also get the clasp added on a nylon string with no stretch, so you can still have that permanent option or permanent fit with the option to take it on and off. Okay, so let's get into some common mistakes that people make when they measure in their weight for their waist beads. Okay, number one is sucking in. Do not suck in when you're measuring. You want to be standing naturally and relaxed, not sucking in, because you can't stay sucked in forever. So if you suck in, you're going to get the wrong measurement. So do not suck in when you're measuring. Just relax, stand naturally, measure that way. Number two, measuring over clothes. Do not measure over your clothes. You want to measure over your bare skin. No workout clothes, anything. Measure over your bare naked skin, okay? Because you could definitely measure wrong if you have on something. Even if it's really tight, I still would recommend not to measure that way. If you get the most accurate measurement over your skin, okay? So you can get the right fit. Okay, number three, measuring in the wrong spot. Just like I had talked about before, you want to know where you want to measure at before, and then you want to make sure you measure in the right spot. You don't want it too high, because then it'll be too tight. You don't want it too low, especially like a lot of the lower hip ones. It can be tricky measuring at your low waist, so try not to measure too low or too high. And be sure to measure at the right spot, not too high, not too low. So yeah. So also when measuring, I get this a lot. You get your beads and they don't fit correctly, because when you measure correctly, and a woman, our body weight fluctuates, and so you have to take those fluctuations into consideration when you're measuring. So if you're measuring and it's your period or it's the week before you're PMSing, you may be bloated, so you may needed a smaller size. So you have to take that into consideration. If you're pregnant and you want pregnancy waist beads, same thing. Of course, you're growing, and so you want to take that into consideration. So be sure that you take that into consideration, especially if you're getting the permanent waist beads with the nylon string. Okay, so definitely want to consider your body changing. Also, using the right measuring tool. It's important to use this type of measuring tape. This tape is flexible, it's durable, it moves with you. If you measure with a belt, it's not going to work. If you measure with like one of those metal rulers, like the industrial ones, hardware ones, that's not going to work. It's going to give you an inaccurate reading. So be sure to use a soft, flexible measuring tool. I know a lot of times people, like, if they don't have this, they'll take a string and measure the string, cut it, and then measure this. That could be accurate, but you have to don't be surprised if it's a little off. But this is key. This right here is what you need. And then when you get your measurement, do not round up or down. Try to keep it at, okay, so for example, you don't want to round too much. So 13 and a half is 13 and a half. But if you get 13 and a half and then you like, well, that's 14, that little half an inch could throw you off. So, but if it's like 13 and then a quarter, you may want to say it's 13 and a half, so you just don't round too much. If you get like a really like 25 and 1/8 or something, you may just want to say 25, so, but I would give their beater your accurate, if you can read it and that it's 20.1 or 20.2, I'd tell them 20.2 or 20.5. Excuse me. So making sure that you give it accurate, and is accurate, and you don't round too far out. Okay. So yeah, those are your common mistakes for measuring. I hope that helped you for measuring your waist beads, because I want you to get the right fit, the perfect fit. It's already a weight, so when you want to make sure that you're measuring so that when you get them, they fit and you ain't got to do nothing else, because it's already anticipation building up for your beads. Okay. And you can always, if you have questions, you can always message me. I'm always down to help getting your measurement right, whatever we need to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me about that, and I will definitely be available to help. So next, let's talk about choosing the right beads for you. So at vendor events, I know that, sometimes you may feel rushed, going from different table, but take your time. If you're at an event and you see somebody with waist beads, or you're on our website and you see something, I would say, take your time and to choose, as in like, think about it. What do you need? What energy do you need in your life? And think about that even before you even go shopping for them. Before you even shop for anything, any waist bead jewelry, think about already what it is that you need. You should already kind of be self-aware anyway. We should always be in tune with ourselves, right? So like I'm in tune with myself. I know like the energy that I need in my life right now. I feel like I always need like root chakra energy. I always need grounding, and I hate that. Like that's something that I want to be. Even though I probably exude the root chakra or being grounded, because I focus on it so much, because I just really need grounding and stability and structure in my life. Okay, so I always am going to choose some blacks and some reds. Like this right here is one of our root chakra waist beads. This is our black onyx and tiger's eye one. So like I'm always going to have some black or something brown, the dark red. I'm going to have something with the root chakra colors. So you should always be in tune. So I like to use the 7 chakra system to help me with those colors. Like if you having trouble what colors to choose from, like I really learned the 7 chakra system. So like I just talked about the root chakra. So I know those colors are browns and golds and reds. And then I know the sacral chakra, which is that energy in my womb energy. So that's those oranges and those red oranges and stuff like that. So I know, so if I need to boost my creativity, or if I need just that nurturing energy, then I'm thinking about the sacral chakra. I'm choosing oranges and those type of colors and crystals. Same with the solar plexus. If I need help with staying motivated and boosting my confidence, then I'm going to be looking at those yellows and those brighter colors like that. And then for my heart chakra, if I need balance, if I need harmony, if I need prosperity, abundance, any of that energy, love, self-love, unconditional love, whatever it is that I'm seeking, and that I'm going to be choosing greens, and I'm going to be choosing pinks and things like that for my heart chakra. And throat chakra, I'm going to be if I need help with communication, I'm going to be using those light blues to help open up that my communication in my throat chakra area, Lord. So communicating, speaking too much, whatever, I'm going to think about that color. So on up to my third eye, I'm going to be using those dark blues, those indigo, those darker purples. And then for my crown chakra, if I need that energy of just clearing my mind or staying focused and things like that, I'm going to be looking at those purples and colors like that. Okay, so that helps me kind of stay in perspective of what I need. But if you don't really know the chakra system, just go with what feels good. Go with what you feel like that makes you feel good when you look at it, when you see it. Keep coming back to it. If you've seen something that color yesterday that you like, and then you see it again today, then it may be good that that's what you need to choose. So choose wisely. Take your time and choose, okay? Same with crystals. So we do have crystal waist beads. So the same with the crystals, the 7 chakra, or birthstones and things like that. So like with this one right here, this is our black onyx and tiger's eye. So we have root chakra crystals. We have tiger's eye, and tiger's eye can also be a solar plexus crystal. It's interchangeable. We also have black onyx, which is a root chakra. So choosing those crystals that you are attracted to is a good way too. So those are really good at choosing. If you're having trouble with a custom order, you can just find the energy that you need in your life by being self-aware. That's by journaling, just really getting to know it yourself, sitting with yourself, sitting in quiet and learning and knowing what you like and dislike. And when you tap into an energy that you need in your life, then look up the crystals that go with that energy, and then that's what you get made. Okay? For example, if you are on a weight loss journey and you need waist beads for weight loss, it's more than just choosing the right string, which, like I say, I always suggest either you get a nylon tie-on or you get one with a clasp and an adjustable. I forgot to tell you about the adjustable chain, but you can get one with the clasp and adjustable chain, or you can get it with the nylon string. But let's say you're getting one for that personal weight loss journey. You may also want to get the right type of string, of course, and the right type of beads, but you may also want to tap into energies that's going to help you with your weight loss, like choosing the right food. So being able to choose the right food may have to go with knowledge. You need to be knowledgeable of the food that you need to eat. So I feel like with knowledge, that's going to go to your crown chakra. So you may want to get some crown chakra colors to help you stay focused and really educate yourself on your weight loss journey. Like for me, on my weight loss journey, what helps me stay focused is like watching videos of other people who are on a weight loss journey. Like I'll follow this girl called Marie Cares on YouTube, and like she gives like these motivating, because she did ADF and she did fasting weights. I like to watch her to help me stay focused daily so that I'm making the right choices. So if I can just watch 10 or 15 minutes of Colleen, that helps me. So I know that. So another thing, I don't lost my whole train of thought, thinking, talking about Colleen in the YouTube. But that's something that I definitely use is those knowing myself and what I need. So you want to make sure I know what I was talking about, the crown. So you want to pick a crown chakra. You also maybe want to make sure that you're physically fit. So if you're making sure that you're physically fit, you may want to make sure you're working on your root chakra, because that's going to be the chakra for your physical body and making sure that you're healthy. Because a lot of times when you're on a weight loss journey, you're on a journey for health and wellness as well. So root chakra, crown chakra could be the energies you need for your weight loss journey. You may need some solar plexus in there to help you with your confidence. And while you're losing weight, you're going to be confident enough to go to the gym, confident enough to yourself to just, wear, or just, when I say, I'm trying to say like confident and not like publicly confident, but sometimes like you have to be confident in yourself to even get out in your living room by yourself and do those exercises. Like you have to just, it's another word, motivation. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. You have to be motivated too. And confidence is somewhere in there as well, because some people have like, I think a little bit of body dysmorphic thing where it's not really about other people. It's what they see in the mirror themselves. So like confidence is just key in so many aspects of losing weight. So with confidence, that's going to be your solar plexus. So that's yellow. Those are like citrine colors. What's another yellow? Yellow agate. So yeah, those are it's key, and it's more than just beads, guys. It's just so much more than just that. But weight loss is just one example. You could be on a fertility journey. You could be on a journey of leveling up. You could be on a journey of trying to a financial journey. All of those things you could do. You could be on a journey of trying to save up enough money to buy a home. You could be on a journey of hair growth. You could be on a journey of spiritual connection. So many things you could be on a journey of that you can use bead for to help you. Okay. And so that is another thing. Let's get into one last thing about how to choose the right bead. So like you may have different journeys. So you may have a waist bead for each journey. So with that, you want to make sure that you measure correctly so you can layer your waist beads and you know which one is which one is for each journey. So that is important. Also, like adding charms to help amplify the energy to that is important. So like if you want to amplify the energy, you can add some charms to it. You can do that yourself too, or you can get your beater to add charms for certain things like your zodiac sign, or you may want your lotus charm to help you signify how much you have grown and how much you have went through and how you're proud of yourself. That's a really good one, that lotus charm. So yeah, you may want if you're trying to conceive, you may want a baby charm. So like you could get a charm made with just crystals on it for certain images. Those are important too, like customizing your beads. Like go ahead and take your time and really get into what it is that you need and that you need to have in your life. Ordering waist beads, like this is a spiritual thing. This is more than just beauty. It's deeper than that. It's a spiritual thing. And beauty comes with it, of course, but it's so much deeper than that. So take your time when choosing. Really get into yourself. Learn about yourself. So when you order, it's even more special to you when you get your beads. I think that's let me get into, I think it's a good time to get into Beading and Balance and what we're about. Like this is a spiritual business. If you can put those two together, like I started this business because I really wanted to tap into other women, help other women who need help healing, who need help with getting balance and harmony in their life. So like, that's why I say take your time, especially if you're getting beaded in balance, because I really want to make sure that you're getting something special, that I can make sure that I'm putting that special energy into the beads for you. So for custom orders, you're always welcome to email me or message me, and you can really give me a good detail of what the type of energy that you like. I love it when you do, because it really helps me make sure that I'm fulfilling all your needs, all your jewelry needs as I'm making it. So I love detailed custom order forms. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. Beat it in balance. Since we're talking about it, be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video, you like this type of content. Be sure that you comment, let me know how you like it, subscribe as well, and like this too, because it really, 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 really helps with this type of content. So let me know. Okay, so now let's get into how to wear and style your waist beads with confidence. For some people, waist beads are right up under their clothes. There is no style. But even though let's say you wear them under your clothes and no one ever sees them but you still are somebody. So even if no one sees them, still take pride in how you wear your waist beads, because when you get dressed, at the end of the day, you have to see them, and you are beautiful. You took the time, the energy to create this energy for you in your life. So even if nobody sees your waist beads, still make sure they looking good, because you are somebody. There for you is your temple, and it's a self-love thing. So it's not for everybody. But let's say you do wear them and they are for everybody to see, or you wear your crop tops and things like that with them. That's cool too. You can do crop tops. Some people like to wear them like the different layered styles, and then they have like the lower hanging waist beads at their jeans, with their baggy jeans. Like, there are so many things you can do to style your waist beads. I like, some people wear them over their clothes. Like, I love this style where you're not wearing any skin, but showing any skin, but you still want to show off your art, because that's what they are. Then wearing them over your clothes is really cute too. So I love that about waist beads. So some people wear like an all black top with some really low, kind of low-rise jeans, and then have their layered waist bead look. Some people wear, I know when I first started, I would wear solid color dresses, or it doesn't have to be even this color dress. I could really work on, oh God, I could really match it up with this opal light and pearl. Wouldn't this be really cute? Yeah. Oh, wouldn't this be so cute? Let's look at this. So let's say I wanted to just add a little extra umph to this dress. Wouldn't this opal light and pearl go really good with it on the outside of the dress? Just a very, I don't know, something. I think it would be even cuter with some little charms hanging, or even just a little subtle, because this is supposed to sit this is not my size, but you're supposed to be a section on each side. So a section on the side, a section in the front, and then a section this side, and then the pearl section in the back. That's how this is designed. So this would be so cute if I just put this on the outside of this dress. So just styling is really cute and important. Makes you feel good. So that right there leads right into body confidence. Having body confidence is one of the reasons why I started wearing them. One of the reasons why I don't think I started wearing them because I wanted body confidence, but I didn't really think about body confidence until I got them, because I think it's I really wanted to show them off. I was on a weight loss journey, and once I got the beads, my confidence just boosted up so high. I didn't even care. I was wearing my bathing suits, and I really was just tapping into self-love with the beads. So they really helped me embrace my body. Putting the beads and adorning myself really helped me learn to love my body in general. So even without the beads, I still love my body, but the beads help me, if that makes sense. Okay, so body confidence is something that is really important, and it's something that if you don't have, that you can use the waist beads to help you work on. That doesn't mean that body confidence doesn't mean that you have to like walk around with let's say you're a plus size girl and that doesn't mean you have to wear like your short shorts and the crop tops and just walking around showing everything. It's not about that. It's really a personal journey, being able to like what you see in the mirror even with clothes on. And I think that the waist beads and adorning yourself with jewelry is a really key to helping you with body confidence and just being able to look in the mirror, being able to walk down the street in confidence with your head held high, no matter if you're different or alike, then even if you're different than other people or if you're just like other people, just being able to walk in confidence is so important and it's so healthy, and it's a part of a wellness journey. It's a mental thing. So use your waist beads to help you boost your body confidence. It doesn't matter if you're 110 pounds or 310 pounds. Love yourself as you are, and then as you start to love yourself as you are, then you will start to build a confidence to help you get to a place where you need to be. So if you are 300 pounds, yes, love yourself at 300 pounds, but you'll be in love with yourself so much that you'll work on what foods you're eating, your exercise. You'll be building knowledge on what you can do to become more healthier. Like, you got to start loving yourself right now as you are in the season that you're in now. Okay, so self-love is so important. Body confidence is so important, y'all. It is. And so waist beading is a ritual that you can do to help increase your self-love and your body confidence. So like wearing waist beads, setting the intention of self-love, setting the intention of wellness, setting the intention of becoming closer to spirit and walking closer with spirit, walking closer with God. It's really a game changer. So just doing these self-care rituals, tying on new waist beads is a self-care ritual. Taking a shower every day is a self-care ritual. Washing your face, washing your hands, putting on lotion, taking your time when you're getting out the shower, putting on your lotion. And the reason why it's a ritual is because you can take that energy that you're doing and really boost yourself up. For example, when you're taking a shower, you're not only taking a shower, you may be listening to affirmation music, you may be repeating affirmations, you may be visualizing all the negative energy scrolling off of you or going down the drain as you're taking a shower. When you're rubbing lotion on, you're telling yourself how beautiful you are, how important and how amazing and valuable you are as you're rubbing the body. So you're not only rubbing in lotion, you're adding another step into it to help you. And that's when it becomes a ritual. And also becomes a ritual when you do it over and over again. You can't just do it one time. I mean, you can do it once a year, it's a ritual, but I suggest you do it every day, or at least every other day, or every time you take a shower. Make that a part of your everyday routine. So you're not only taking a shower, you're visualizing all the negative energy for the day going down the drain. You're not only putting on body oils and lotion, you are repeating affirmations to yourself to help boost you up. And so that's why we also offer body oils just for that. So the body oils we offer are for that purpose. So when you're putting on Beaded and Balanced body oils, they are to help. You are to use them with your affirmations. You are to use them to help add them with your words to help really boost yourself up, to help build confidence in yourself, to help build yourself up spiritually and things like that. All right, so that's going to be, we're going to start to wrap this up, guys, but I really hope this helped you. Please let me know in the comments. Tell me what kind of waist beads you love to create for yourself. Like, what type of crystals do you want? What type of energy that you need in your next set of waist beads? You can check out my shop, beadedandbalanced.com. If you want a custom order, you can just email me at info@beadedandbalanced.com. I'll link it in the description. It's also a link to this channel as well, where you can find my email, but I don't really have a custom order link there right now. So for custom orders, just message me so then we can chit chat a little bit about what you need, or you can also just include everything in that one email, what you need like that, and then from there I will let's see what everything that I need, what type of beads, and then I'll give you a quote on what your beads are. They normally start at like $25, and then if you want charms, crystals, embellishments, then it'll go up from there. But if you just want like a single color or just a couple different bead mixes, it's not going to be that much. But the more you add to it, the price could go up just a little bit. So that gives me the opportunity to get all the information, and then I can send you a quote, and you can just let me know if it works for you or not. And then from there, I'll invoice you and just let you know all the details that you need to know. So you can check out my shop as well. I have other and am uploading more daily. This is my website. We have been on Etsy for the past 5 years, but my shop is permanently suspended. So I am trying to add more and more. We have like 300 designs on the other site. So I really don't want 300 on my website, but I am definitely picking like some of the best designs on there because I don't want to get overwhelmed with orders again. So yeah, so that's going to be the end, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. You got some knowledge or learned something that you didn't know before. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this. I definitely have more content coming like this. So yeah, guys, so I'm excited for you guys in your next waist beads. I think my next one, we're going to talk about affirmations and the affirmations you can use for the waist beads. I really love affirmations. If you don't know, that we send out affirmation cards with every waist bead, and this is the bag of waist beads. I want to go through some of them as well, but it's so dark, it's kind of cloudy, so you don't get a lot. So I'm not going to show them today, but I am definitely going to we're going to talk about waist beads, affirmations, and how you can use them. Okay, y'all, so peace, love, and balance. See y'all the next time. Thank you so much. Peace. All right, guys, so if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. And I want to definitely invite you to download my free jewelry and self-care and ritual guide, where you can learn how to use waist beads and jewelry as a tool for self-care, manifestation, and daily rituals. So grab your free guide here. It's in the description. I'll insert the link. And also, don't forget to shop my waist beads and more, including my body oils, at beadingandbalance.com. You can explore the different collections that I have on there. And we have intentional jewelry, self-care tools. And so check out my website as well, guys. Peace, love, and balance.